3:15 by Angelo E. Percy is starting to think that something is wrong with Annabeth. Simply put, she's been avoiding him. No, that wasn't unexpected in a way. Annabeth always avoided him as rivals. Bakery rivals, to be exact, so it was just unfortunate that their shops were located just beside each other. But today, Percy hasn't seen her around at all. Was that creepy? That was creepy. Let him explain. Usually, he would see the blonde working at the cashier through the glass windows of the shop. Hair in a messy ponytail, and a smile beaming to a customer. Don't ask if he likes to stare at her, she's just pretty, that's all. Or maybe Percy would see Annabeth when he came into the shop, purely to tease her or throw a crude insult. And again, don't ask. Percy just likes to visit her. With a bored sigh, he leans his cheek on his palm. So what if they see each other nearly every day? So what if Percy can't really function without her? And so the fuck what if he's starting to miss her presence? Annabeth, the person he swears to take down one day, has been gone from his sight for less than 12 hours. The worst part is that Percy knows she's avoiding him. The bakery workers swear that she's in the back, doing work, but their nervous smiles and sweaty palms say otherwise. Can I go speak to her? Percy asks at the counter, foot tapping impatiently. It won't be long. I'm sorry, the worker squeaks. Her hand fiddles nervously with the hem of her shirt. But Annabeth specifically asked for no visitors. No visitors or just me? He raises an eyebrow. She trails off. Percy doesn't want to make her nervous, but by the way things are going, he's doing exactly that. He inhales sharply, the warm smell of bread and pastries wafting through the air. Get out of my shop, Percy! He can hear Annabeth shout from the back. Her voice is muffled. You're scaring the workers. I am not, Percy insists. And by the way, I didn't come over here because I missed you or anything. And with that, he leaves. Percy comes straight back after he closes his shop for the night. Oh, we're actually closed for the... Someone immediately pipes up when he enters. Never mind. What are you doing here, Percy? Annabeth frowns. Browsing around? Percy rolls his eyes. He whistles, finding the bread suddenly very interesting. What else? Yeah, well, we're closed. She deadpans. But you're still here. Get out of here, Jackson. No, I don't think I will, Percy murmurs, looking above Annabeth's head to see the room behind her. She blocks his vision in almost an instant. Smirking, he looks down at her. What you working on back there? He inquires. She scoffs and looks away. Nothing. It's nothing. Oh, really? Percy grins, and attempts to wedge his way behind her. Annabeth pushes him back. Her attempts are futile. He doesn't budge an inch. She scowls. Just leave, she mutters weakly, a red blush creeping its way across her face. Annabeth tries to push him back once more, but again, he doesn't move. Please? Her voice seems small. Percy pauses to look at her, thinking, how should he do this? With a steady hand, he picks her up and puts her to the side. Hey! She tugs his shirt, holding him back from the door that separates them from the other room. You can't... Too late, Annabeth thinks, when the door bursts open. Just great. The first thing Percy sees? Boxes. Blue and sparkly, they're probably one of the things that stand out most in the room. Other than the cake. It stands out like an awkward thumb on the wooden table, lathered in blue frosting and cream. It isn't quite ready yet, he can tell. It needs to be put in the boxes. Percy doesn't know exactly who it's for until the frosting on the top gives it away. Happy birthday, Percy! Fuck. Annabeth blushes, grumbling. You weren't supposed to see this. You made a cake? Percy tilts his head. For me? His voice is watery. Well, yeah. My birthday isn't until tomorrow, he says. You do know that, right? Not exactly, she exhales, pointing to the bright red clock hanging on the wall opposite to them. 12:02, just past midnight. You remembered. Percy suddenly tears up, beaming. You did. Don't get caught up on the details. Annabeth tries to pull away when Percy pulls her in for a hug. He doesn't need to know how she's been planning this for weeks, or that she has a whole plan to surprise him. Thank you. He's practically the happiest person on Earth. She falters. It's nothing. Annabeth finally finds a way to sink into the hug. And here I thought you were avoiding me. Technically, I was. What Percy definitely doesn't need to know is that Annabeth plans much more for him in the next few days.